All right, let's talk about Csave Online. You may have seen it around. It calls itself a financial coordination platform. But right out of the gate, it screams one thing really loud: it is not a bank. So, what does that even mean? And why would they build it that way? Let's get into it.
It sounds like a bit of a riddle, doesn't it? I mean, we're all used to associating money and contributions with banks. So when a platform comes along that's all about financial habits but completely separates itself from the banking world, you gotta ask, what's the angle here? How does this thing actually work?
So, here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we're going to clear the air and talk about everything Csave Online isn't. I think that's the best place to start. Then we'll build up what it actually is, walk through how a member uses it, check out the community side of things, and finally, we'll wrap it all up with the single biggest takeaway.
Okay, first things first. To really get a handle on a different model like this, you have to start by knocking down the common assumptions. So let's be crystal clear on what this platform is not. Let's get all those misconceptions right out of the way.
The platform is really explicit about a few things. And number one, the big one, is that it's not a bank. That means it isn't holding your money in traditional accounts.
Second, it's not a lender. So you're not borrowing money from it and it's not offering you loans. Simple as that.
And finally, it's not an investment company. The goal here isn't about generating market returns or growing your money through investments. It's in a totally different lane. So what does not a bank actually mean in practice? Well, a few huge things. For one, Csave Online never physically holds your funds. All payments are handled by regulated third-party companies. This also means your money is not FDIC insured, and you're not going to be earning any interest or returns. You have to see this as a specific tool with a specific purpose, not a replacement for your bank account.
Okay, so if it's not a bank, not a lender, and not an investment, what's left? What do you even call it? Well, they've got a very specific term they use to define themselves.
The official name is a financial coordination platform. Now, forget about holding money or growing money for a second. Its entire reason for being is to help its members build the habit of making consistent contributions. Honestly, a better way to think about it is less like a vault and more like a workout plan for your financial discipline. Putting them side by side makes it really obvious. A bank is basically a container. It holds your funds, it's insured, it provides banking services. Csave Online, on the other hand, is a system. It coordinates your actions, it's a facilitator, a coach, but it's not the one holding the ball. That's the fundamental split. So that's the theory, but what does it actually feel like to use it? If you remember, what's the day-to-day process? Let's walk through that journey. It's actually pretty straightforward. You'd start by picking a weekly contribution amount that you're comfortable with. After that, it's all about one thing: consistency. You stick to that weekly schedule, and you can watch your progress right there on the platform. After you've proven that consistency for a while, you unlock a key milestone. You get the ability to request early access to your program balance. And how long does that take? Well, the magic number here is 90 days. But listen, it's not just about marking days off a calendar. It's about 90 days of consistent participation. The entire system is built to reward the habit of showing up week in and week out. But, and this is a really critical point they make right on their site, just because you're eligible to request access doesn't mean it's an automatic approval. Every single request gets reviewed one by one based on the rules and the member's history. It's a managed process, not like pressing a button at an ATM.
So beyond all the mechanics and the rules, there's another really important layer to Csave Online, and that's the community. The idea is that building good habits is a lot easier when you feel like you're part of something, so they have these programs to keep members engaged with each other. And a fantastic example of what that looks like in practice is something they do called Csave Online Bingo Nights. It's their way of building that community spirit outside of the regular contribution structure. So this isn't your standard quiet bingo hall. Think of it more like a live hosted online event. It's skill-based, so they mix in trivia, and it's really all about engagement. Yeah, you can win promotional prizes, but the main goal is just fun and community connection. They're also really clear that this is entertainment, not gambling, and that no purchase is necessary to join in. It really hammers home that the community is the focus. So we've gone through what it is, what it isn't, how you use it, and the community stuff. But if you're going to remember just one thing from all of this, what should it be? Well, it all comes back to their mission. This mission statement really does connect all the dots. Their single, solitary focus is on helping you build a habit. The structure is that weekly schedule. The accountability comes from tracking your progress. And the transparency is them constantly reminding you what the rules are and that they are not a bank. It all serves that one goal. And that time leaves us with a bigger, more interesting question. By separating the action of contributing from the traditional structure of a bank, Csave Online is really testing a new idea. Could focusing purely on discipline and habit building without all the complexities of interest rates and financial products be a new way forward for people trying to build better financial habits? That's a pretty powerful idea to think about.